I get why they called it that, but at the same time, did they have to call it Mid's Dungeon? Hello everyone, Everfree Fire here, back to continue on with some more Final Fantasy 16, and continuing what we probably do best, which is breaking more crystals.
Told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it round the lake.
Let's not. It's going to end poorly for you. Though, of course, with side quests being over there, I have to grab the side quest. Could be important. I just have to find my way there. That must be in... I'm sorry, I'm not going to call this Mid's Dungeon. That just... no.
That's it then. I'm buggered.
That's a promising start.
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it'll separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
You need my help to cook it, or what? Because I'm not a sieve.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe
Obtained,
my
yes.
eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
Bomb
I
kings
take
have
it that's where I
bones?
come in.
Bombs have bones?
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty green
Bombs have
my
bones?
forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
How do bombs have bones? How does that work? They're giant elemental explosives. How do you get bones out of them? I'm so confused.
I think Mid might need some help.
How does one get bones from a bomb? Are you in the hunt for a Bomb King, Kupo? So I have a build that just might interest you. A crock and sand brick. Well, that's simple enough. How do I get to my world map again? There we go. So, yeah, the question is, where is the crock? Guess I'll go here and look from here. Wait. This isn't sand brick. So why no one comes to me for directions? I can't even tell what country I need to be in. Zenbrecht, did you
I'll
mean...
be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales.
Where is the clock? Gates. Not there.
Turtle!
Thank you for smacking me with the turtle. What?
Leave anything you don't need behind.
That's not what I want. Am I blind? This is Zenbrecht, right? Yeah, okay. Like, I'm looking at the map to Zenbrecht.
Ready, go?
Where am I actually going? Oh, there it is. Okay. Come on, Ambrosia, you can do it.
Thanks, Gal.
Now, to continue on with my question on how do you get bones from a bomb? I have so many questions on that.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Too slow.
Aww. I'm a little concerned about this fight. Also, hello, Melly. I have concerns about this fight. There. Oh no, not the Proboros! Oh jeez. Oh my goodness, I don't know what the hell's going on here. Oh, Jesus.
Come on.
I have no idea what's going on here. What is going on? Oh, you're still using coordination.
You lose.
What was going on there? Oh my goodness, what was that?
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should probably have brought a bucket. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
I knew I should have been concerned the moment there wasn't a stagger bar, but that was a fight. That was very
That
silly.
should do it. If Hawaii needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right there, Sid. How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
Ah. Oh, this entire side quest has been weird.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get
A
this
gent?
contraption up and running.
A gent? That was a lot of explosions, though, that was for sure.
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward
Hey.
enough.
Don't be
Burning
silly.
boulders is a way to explain a bomb.
Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test.
Ooh, do
run
I get more
with Alembic
potions?
that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
Not really giving me a choice, but more potions is always nice.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag.
Without me, there'd be a lot more problems in the world.
There's plenty more where that came from.
Thank you, Saribot. Hooray! Now to buy more potions. Ooh, I can carry 6 potions. I was only expecting 5.
Think Mid might need some help.
Charon, I need some potions. Also, quick check to see if I've gotten anything new here.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Oh, I have.
Here you are.
What, me
Come again.
being blown
Lay more
up?
for ya.
I mean, fair enough. That was pretty funny, but
Mid told me she was building a ship.
do not take the engine on a joyride on the lake. Come here, you.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
No, do not sell. I need to buy... Where are you?
You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. Is that all?
Yes, that's all. It's basically what I use you for. Potions, potions, and more potions.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build? Yeah. He said it was some sort of chimney stack.
Must be quite a fireplace.
At least you're not going to take it for a joyride. Otto, what am I doing?
Astrid, Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished
yeah.
soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
No, boatman.
Obeth, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too
Which
late.
way? You didn't point. Or
You're
anything.
in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste.
I was going to say, I don't remember chasing down Mid.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy. Oh yeah, that could be a problem if...
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
He's only got the one, so he's good at that.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
I do that anyway.
Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. Right.
That's basically Otto's job.
Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
I was about to comment about the things, but I guess Clive beat me to it. Really not a lot left of this place. But then again, that's what happens when Titan gets involved.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it.
I'll just beat the crap out of Titan.
But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the Lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
A reminder to people who complain about things like that. Raises do not work like that. They have never worked like that. Nowhere in the Final Fantasy series have they worked like that.
Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
No. Oh, I suppose you can. You could smack me upside the head if I said no.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Still thanks to Sid, we're even in a position where we could do this sort of stuff. Well, that doesn't bode
It
well.
wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged.
Break everything.
We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas.
Someone's thinking for
You
us.
wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Don't kill her.
Stop that! You break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Calm down.
Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
I mean, you're missing an eye, but that's hardly because of lack of care. So I suppose that's fine still.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Goots is so happy. There's another side quest? I just finished the last one. Oh, that's in my chambers. Okay. Say, what the heck's that reading table?
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
Someone sent me an important letter. Multiple important letters, apparently. What the heck?
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
So, I remember this one specifically just because I happened to level up at the end of this quest, which I found fantastic.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Congratulations, you have gained a level by getting Torgal a bone. Torgal continuing to be the best boy.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
So he can get grumpy at you just in case. I'd say start with the grumpy one, but Karen's the other one I need to talk to.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you.
I have a
And you
clip
might
link
still
for it.
be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind?
I have a
Sharing
clip
your thoughts might
leaderboard.
help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking.
It's
How
a
do you
puzzle.
get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
I want to solve this
If you
puzzle.
knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you.
I'm not a soft touch. I'm basically a hammer.
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations.
I love her.
I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
Do you need me to hunt down a behemoth for
What
you?
was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
And talk to Karen again.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I
Always.
suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients.
Yeah, that
And
makes
he'll
sense.
still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take me meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
Don't worry, I'm eccentric too. Oh, I see. Just running off everywhere instead of doing the actual plot. Normal RPG things.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain,
He eats bigger bones.
it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows...
Well, good.
of
It's not a
this area
behemoth. I didn't really think it
known
was
to
a
grow to
behemoth,
size
but
more than double that of their lesser cousins.
it would not be the weirdest reason to hunt a behemoth. Looking at you, Final Fantasy 15.
The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Honestly, more meat for the place would be useful too. Then I gotta find what's his face. Yeah. The biggest problem with picking up all of these at once is I've got one up here, one down here. I can't even go to them apparently, so I don't know why I'm picking these up right now.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
I am whispering.
Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders.
What happened to the money we got from my uncle?
Maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle.
All these squares make a circle.
Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
Let's say that's like the dumbest
What a
idea
surprise.
ever.
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million.
How do you screw up that badly?
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see? And, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
How do you screw up that badly?
Those ledgers were my responsibility. And it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be.
Go do your job.
Taking these to Martha.
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure they will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know.
Why aren't you gone, by the way?
Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
It'll just be a maiming.
Do you think so?
No, I don't.
I'm going to go by the assumption that I still cannot actually go to these places. So I guess I have to go the right way. Fine, fine. I'll follow the story.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
That's defending me? Actually, I wonder something. Oh, look, I can meander off. Well, there's our plot for the day. Let's go back to side quests. And petting Torgal.
Fetch.
What part of petting Torgal did you not understand, Clive?
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
I feel like...
Fang is gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we going to do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
Yes, a tremor. I'm going to be surprised if she actually talks to me.
Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
Yeah, that's about what I thought.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Do yourself a
Pardon
mischief.
the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Then don't yell through an open door.
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Sword got stolen, didn't it?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes,
I am in debt to Lady Karen, yes.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalimil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
Why hasn't
That's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
I just have to see something. Is it actually called the Bandit? Who is the idiot who decided to actually call the... How do I get down from here? Who's the idiot who actually decided to call the place the Bandit's Bed? No, seriously, how do I get down from here? Someone help, Sid has gotten lost again. Ah, stairs. Do I need to go north, or I need to go north?
Let's go.
What's really funny to me is with my poor sense of direction, eventually I'm going to get to Final Fantasy 13. And despite it being relatively linear, I'm still going to get lost somehow. Just you wait. I'm going to find a way. Will it make sense that I've managed to get lost? Probably not. Will that stop me? Of course not. I'm going to get lost, and there is nothing anyone can say that will stop me. Haha! We got it. Our prey seems to have run away from us.
You deserve a rest.
We're not alone.
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
Is this guy called the Innkeeper? Oh, that's... There we go. How did you know this timing?
Nice try.
Hog!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
Let's not ask how we're going to be carrying that, because that makes no sense whatsoever. We just magically carry it.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
I mean, it's a little more than that,
your
but...
time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was
I
made
beg your
in the
pardon?
Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
That sounds like a terrible sword.
Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more.
That can't be good for the sword.
Final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself.
Okay, how many do you have?
Fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Is it my uncle?
There are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one.
It is my uncle!
Nemesis, Lord Byron Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern.
I hope we come back
Thank
to
you again
this
for your assistance.
later on.
Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Now the question is, does Byron actually consider him a rival? Because I get the idea that he probably doesn't. No, wait, that's what I'm supposed to be like. This is... I don't like talking to Isabel. It's very awkward. Also, there's apparently an ad starting.
Did you hear?
I'm doing side quests, so it's fine.
Want to see you again. It's all right.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Oil of Talc?
Still no caravan from the Dominion's perfumeries yet, then?
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Did that come up with him?
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill
Sid doesn't do stoic
You know that
silence.
both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Can I never talk to you again? Please. Like, I know she's not a bad person or anything. It's her voice bothers me. Welcome back from the ad. You've missed basically nothing.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
Oh yeah, sorry, I've actually beaten the game and I'm going back to finishing the side quest I started 3 minutes ago. Sorry, you missed all that in 3
A
minutes.
star, Ruby. I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Of course he is.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the Hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all?
I mean, yes, I
Doesn't
have
hurt
one
that
more.
you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Torgal is the best boy. We know this.
Gob will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
He could be dead for all I know. Where am I going? North. I'm going to assume this is north. Pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure you need the elevator or the elevator. Yeah.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Ambrosia's not a black chocobo. She can't fly. That was a lot of things trying to spawn on me.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Leave me alone! I'm trying to fight antelope, not everything in this place.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
I appreciate that Clive uses the same energy fighting antelopes as he does people like Kupka. I probably should just be screwing around like that. It just amuses me.
Now, will it be enough, I wonder?
He got that bone clean very quickly.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsman our thanks.
Oh, please don't make those sounds in my
You're a
ear.
big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Take it? I'm taking all of them back with me.
Fetch!
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
Of course I've gone somewhere with him. He goes everywhere with me. What a goofy comment.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Spoiled pup.
I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
That would be 5. Sure to sling a behemoth, or a coral, a bison, a minotaur, or an adamantoise. I passed by a minotaur. We could have killed that for it, too. Killing an adamantoise just to defeat Torgal would be hilarious, though.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
I was. I'm pretty sure I was going to see him.
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully he'll agree it was worth it.
What is wrong with your eyes, Clive?
I did better than that.
Like, okay, it's just the lighting is weird. So I probably can't see it very well. I need to see about making my
Whetstone. Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
until everyone's swords were broken.
Is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah.
Har.
Whetstone and the right kind of steel. I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
There is no way no one has thought to use the fallen architecture to try and sharpen swords. I do not believe that.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone.
That's probably true. I'm expecting to die by the end of this game.
Thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
He'll just casually make Excalibur. I don't need no sword in the stone. I make it myself.
What do you need?
Pretty sure I cannot make Excalibur. Yeah, because that requires me to do a different hunt. See, all of the better upgrades right now require me to do hunts. If I end up needing it, I will do them. But again, I'm generally speaking going to be avoiding doing just hunts in general outside of like the bomb that I needed to do for the quest earlier. Still have ideas for that.
Ah, Clive.
Ah,
Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely
Yes,
that.
that.
A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
If you make me fight Torgal, I will be very mad, game. Now, I do distinctly remember when I was playing this last time, I actually leveled up from this quest, which I found hilarious. Like, why'd you level up? Oh, I got a bone for my dog. Are you okay, Torgal?
Is that the thing Toes helped?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
It's like out of curiosity. Okay, you don't really see any of them. As far as I know, it's entirely possible to just run into these at random. So I might end up doing some... Oh, look, you're alive.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
I was just thinking, I didn't say this because they were talking, but I was legitimately just thinking that Lady Karen would be the type of person who would take that stone and shove it where the sun, like literally in those words, shove it where the sun don't shine. Nice to know I'm thinking the same way as she does.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
So if I walk up to Sharon with this, do I have to stick it where the sun don't shine for me or him?
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
No. Or where Mid gets her ideas. She had him building a giant chimney stack of all things.
I didn't build any of that. I just collected the parts.
Lady Karen.
No.
Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Yes.
Right. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Who knew? The Prince of Frostfield, Rosalith, whatever he was, is a prince. Never would have imagined.
This? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Time and a place. Like, yes, fair point, but time and a place.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship.
I didn't know him in the
I
winters.
met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. Promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was... before fate stepped in. And said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt. And I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down.
Now we're tearing the whole world down.
Cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. his ranks, his ribbons.
That was before he left the army. Ooh.
Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Cid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
That's why we like Cid.
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Cid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Yep, that sounds like Cid.
This note.
What about it?
Cid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
Best friends.
You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
You do a good job of it from what I can tell.
Would you rather goat at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Don't worry, it probably won't be a few more years till this game's
Before you
over.
go, Cid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
I have to figure out what the hell's going on with OBS at some point.
Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
See if it's an issue other people are having with it, because every once in a while I'm streaming, OBS just randomly decides to flash white. And it's just like, it's very distracting. That should be all of the current side quests. Now let's pick up the next side quest. Who needs plot? I say looking at the title of my stream, assuming I did update that properly. Did I update that properly? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell if I have or haven't.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Will be by the end of the day.
Stay down. You're finished.
Yeah, I was running up to that plant going, this plant looks funny, I bet it's going to attack me. And sure enough, it attacked me.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Sup?
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
Ah, yes.
There's danger on the road.
Us.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
You
We
would
may have
know.
seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Every single thing they say just sounds horrendously silly.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Fine. There we go. They make the weirdest sounds when I'm striking them with lightning. It's hilarious. I don't know how well it's coming through, but they make some interesting sounds.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
Fine, fine, I'll go this way.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about.
And we sound any more suspicious?
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
I can hear you, you know. We're not being very subtle. What happens if you don't pick up that side
I see
quest?
the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side.
Okay. Get turtle. Is there something still alive? The question why here? Just mastering lets me swap, master lets me swap, mastery. Can we not kill this off?
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse.
And now I am.
Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Yes.
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
Doesn't that worry you any?
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
No.
It's nothing.
Nothing at all. Meanwhile...
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task.
At most, he's like 6.
There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
Are you calling yourself God?
Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
By Annabella's logic,
You would trust the words of this traitress. She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have...
she was annoyed by Clive because Clive wasn't the dominant of Phoenix's dominant. And basically disowned him, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. Kid here, as far as I know, isn't a dominant. Why is she so thrilled by this?
You've been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
Canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over.
Ah, you ruined the rhyming.
Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Rowena Syndicate.
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The fact that he lives through this conversation is probably a minor miracle in and of itself. I'm going to try and aggravate Dion without the Emperor around to hold him off.
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Yes, that was... You know I see you there. Sorry, where was I? I forgot what I was talking about before that distracted me.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
What? Whoops. This thing has no stagger resistance whatsoever. Like, wow, that thing staggered easily. Why was I pressing triangle to jump? What game presses triangle to jump? What have I been doing that uses triangle to jump? Is it something Lenya's been playing? It's muscle memory? Like, I haven't been doing much with the controller that required jumping.
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Yeah, what are those weird things having headmates when they do things? It's like, you've picked up muscle memories. You don't know why you have those muscle memories. You're just doing things and going, why? Is this something I learned to do? Is this something Lenya's learned to do? I don't know.
Not much further to Boklad now. Good.
Right? I legitimately don't know what I've been doing that would use that button to be jumping.
More refugees.
And they're
More
all waiting
shadies.
for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Company.
There we go. I see wild necks, and my immediate response is, are we back in Final Fantasy V? Am I going to be grinding wild necks again? I don't think I had to do that this last time. My team would not have required it. But it's... You get used to need to grind them when you keep getting Berserker starts. Or just need money. Put all my effort into everything I do. If I'm not yelling like a madman, I'm not doing it right.
There are no crystals here.
Finally.
We have to keep going. The Crystalline Dominion is our only chance.
I know, but the checkpoint.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Out of my...
But where is he?
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking to see what you have.
You're welcome anytime.
Oh, now we know I'm a Final Fantasy protagonist. I'm just holding on to all of these belts for no reason.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Can I sound any more bored?
Are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go in and find Good, shall we?
He must
I
be
haven't.
around here somewhere.
Clive, I'm trying to talk. I have an ad coming up. I need to refill my water, so I'm going to step away while that ad's running. I will be back in a bit. And we are back, and marginally worried.
Peaches, they're sweet as nectar.
You did not have to be that loud. I'm just gonna pause before someone yells at me again. I'm a bit concerned about timing of things because I know what's coming up as a general sort of thing, because we're still within the range of what I have actually done. My concern is that I'm going to be hitting a point where I'm not sure I'm going to have enough time to continue. Because I don't remember how long it takes with a hard limit of how long I can stream, because I have work tonight. Obviously, I have to be able to get off, get ready for work, and go to work, and can't do long extended streams. So, depending on how things end up, this may be a shorter stream.
I'll take the large one.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
Tell her what?
It's the Trader's Pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
I'll be missing. Is Goots even really here, or has he been stolen too?
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
Well, I get to see the red chocobo before the cutscene forces me to see it. I'm sorry, is this fruit seller selling beets and beans? I don't think most of this would be considered fruit. Over here, anyway. Obviously, you come over here and these are fruits. At least look like it. I'm not really sure what some of this is. But you sell a bit more than fruits, my man.
You were right, boy.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad?
Getting stolen from.
I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
Technically.
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me Trader's Pass. It got stolen. by little Ben.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble.
It's not that
Honestly.
big. Had to fight two of them.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct?
Hey, I trade.
Now, I
Sorry,
can't
gather
assure
what,
you took
Nelly?
your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
You have to explain who this guy is. I assume you mean Goots, but...
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market.
Yes, you haven't narrowed down who he is in this case.
Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants.
Nelly's not sure how to answer that one.
We've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
That doesn't narrow it down, though. I'm not actually sure who you mean by that.
Of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots.
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So
So
Clive?
either find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
I've never heard of Clive's hair described as wanting to get up and walk
I don't know
away.
your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
More Velcro on patches. Oh, sorry, this is a collar. I don't Velcro that on.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
I have never heard of his hair described that way, and now can't it's just, one day Clive wakes up and his hair is gone. It's like, does he keep the beard, or does the beard go with the hair? Like, this is an important question. Does the beard go with the hair or stay with him? Oh, where am I going? Just imagining waking up and just Clive's now bald and just completely clean shaven. It's just like, where's your hair? My what now? Your hair. Hair? What are you talking about? I don't have any hair. We shouldn't do that.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
I'm sorry, a what? Oh, jug. Ah, that would be why that's a problem. I don't usually have that much stuff on my hot dogs. Yeah, we're not up to Sephiroth's bottle of conditioner a day yet. Not with this hair.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
Okay, I know that's intended for the crystals being used to fill the glass. I just got the mental image from that of someone, like, shoving the crystal into their mouth to try and drink from. Like, you just walk into a room and someone's got a crystal half in the mouth going, oh, why do I need that mental image in my head?
Are you the furniture maker?
No, Melly, this is canon. I am not joking. The bottle of conditioner a day is canon. That is not me joking. That is a legitimate thing that pops up in Crisis Core. Like, I just want to be clear. I'm not joking about the bottle of conditioner. That is canon.
In particular? Ah, and Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
I don't think I found that particular conversation when I went through Crisis Core, because I missed the entire part of the entire Sephiroth fan club side nonsense, which is unfortunate because some of that's hilarious. Especially when you discover that one of the head people of Sephiroth's fan club is Hojo, which brings all sorts of weird things to that conversation, let me tell you.
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs.
Sorry for what?
Better to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted.
You cannot be... Okay, remember, Melly, this is Crisis Core. This is before Sephiroth goes crazy and murders everyone, so he's still a soldier. Of course there's a fan club for him. He's a soldier first class. Of course there's going to be a fan club for him. Okay, that's good, Alice. That's good. So Crisis Core, for reference, Melly, is it's basically Zack's story before Final Fantasy VII. If you don't know who Zack is, I need to make you play Final Fantasy VII. That's all there is to it. Like, because if you don't know who Zack is, I need to make you play Final Fantasy VII. There is no two ways around that conversation. Either make you play it or find some way to watch someone play it. Zack's kind of a bit important to the backstory of Final Fantasy VII. Just a little bit.
Not that they'd be likely to catch them.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII.
Know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
I will note Final Fantasy VII does not explicitly spell out who Zack is much. It's very easy to overlook. But Zack is incredibly important to the backstory of Final Fantasy VII.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
Right.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
What?
Orphans
A lot of
in the
street
wars.
urchins? Never.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
They need to not have random people in the background while conversations are happening.
Questioning children. How hard
You
can
get
that be?
distracted by wondering whether this guy is actually moving or not.
Come, taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
You yell way too loud. Also, who are you trying to sell to facing this direction? The guards? Anyway.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Only thing you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
That would have been kind of funny. Just actually have him tell us to shut up and go away.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
If you're good at it, you get paid for it. I cannot in good faith recommend following that train of thought.
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Show them your trader's pass. On your way.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any
Jill,
money.
why am I
It's
asking
all right.
these
We're not going
questions?
to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come on!
Peaches and pears.
Yeah, I'm just going to pause here and Almas, if you're still here, I just have a question for you, considering I know you just went through this game recently. After this little part here, does the stuff start, without going into details, does the stuff start happening immediately after this point? Or is there still another like, section before things happen.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Because I want to say it just goes straight into the things after this.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine.
I probably have an answer. What's your question?
The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Hello.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
I'm doing alright.
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Bye, one kid we actually need to talk to.
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Failed? Why would it fail to send? I don't even see anything pop up on my end. Okay, that's what I thought. Melly, is this something you need me to comment on immediately, or is it something that can wait, just out of curiosity? I've been streaming for just over 3 years at this point, more or less. Okay. Because usually I don't look at Discord, except I may check on the next
something from a friend of mine.
Ad break.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Okay. So that will probably be... Because, again, I don't remember how long that took generally. And I don't want to have to stop in the middle of that.
Shit, cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
I mean, they're probably doing that anyway. Yeah, that... Oh, my...
Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over.
So, bot, I'm guessing? Are you actually, like... Because this is not a live 2D model. I'm curious where you're getting this comment from. And I don't, like... I'm pretty sure I'm still marking myself as a PNG tuber. Yes, I am. So, I'd like to know where this conversation came from. I will wait. And in regards to dungeon and trial length, Alnus, I've got about 2.5 hours before I'd be getting off, which that might be enough time, but I don't feel comfortable risking it more than anything.
She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gil, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are.
Do I have to fight you?
That brooch. Where
Okay.
did you get it?
Master Theo.
Good's smart. He moved fast.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Because I don't remember having to fight him, but it'd be funny.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you
I'm just more impressed at how quietly he moved.
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the Stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Stand here dramatically. As we should.
Oh, where is it?
Why didn't we just continue this conversation?
I'm sorry.
Like...
So, what's the plan?
Like, this game voices... I don't know if there's anything besides the Moogle offhand that this game doesn't voice. Why did we have to cut off this quest between one point and the next?
What else? We find the Carstones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Lateney's Cleft.
To Lateney's Cleft, then.
Who's Lateney's Cleft?
Lateney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
Thank you for letting me know. I mean, obviously it'll point me the right way, but it's just like, I don't know where anything is. I could look here and go, oh, it's, Oh, I was like, it's somewhere. What the heck? I can see why it's called Lady's Cleft. I can understand that. Will I casually get distracted by the map while I'm playing? Yes, I will. I get casually distracted by a lot of things while I'm playing. It's much more fun that way.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
Get out of that tree. No, that one was casually distracted that time. You get over here.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
Or just die.
At least we know we're on the right track.
See, to be fair, getting lost was what I was doing when I started looking. Getting distracted is staring at this going, yeah, I can see that being a cleft. And then wondering where the hell this path was. That was part of it. It's like, why is this here? Because I haven't been there yet. There's so many random little inaccessible spots or things that I just, like, have I ever needed to go here? Apparently not. Do I know what's there? Not even close. Will it matter? Probably not for a while.
We got company. That's the luck.
Oh, you got bravery.
Foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Troll was just out there mugging that poor guy.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural born ne'er-do-wells.
Heaven forbid we hide further away from where we're stealing from.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum. The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
I show nothing mercy.
I'm ready.
I would have not shown you any mercy, Theodore, if I had to fight you.
Fuck. It's that guard from Blockland. Kill him. Kill them all.
Now's our chance.
Yes, I know how this works. The amount of nonsense you can do just by knocking them down and just having fun with their poor fallen bodies. Okay, so I'm looking at about 2 hours ish.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses.
That might be long enough.
And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goots's pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Cid.
I introduced myself properly.
We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
That was
It
kind
just
of the
so
point.
happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor.
The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
There's a patch.
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots's pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
Is that total or each?
Try the caravan.
Da, 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 da.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Okay. I think I'll go ahead and grab these.
If I knew her rival.
Now I just need to see about getting a word out. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Will it be some of the... oh, whatever it is? Because I'm not a white person?
Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. 3 of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Hurry, man. I must leave.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sanbreque.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route.
And I charge more than most.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps.
Voice is familiar. Why do I know her voice?
What would I be doing?
Finding someone.
Oh, it's,
See, I've been having trouble with thieves.
And despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Lost it.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
That's that then.
Stop the map.
No trade. This path. No passage.
We go this way first.
Porter for hire. Best service. Pardon me, but would you happen to be that well-notched steel and impressive physique? I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
I was like, do I really have time for this? Sure.
Are yours.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
I will very quickly.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Go the other way.
I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears.
I'm not sure I'd want to keep Porter. Like, yeah, I get that you may do it to, like, save costs and whatnot, but at the same time...
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
No!
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbreque, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
I mean, yeah, if you're at the choke point where everyone has to go, you're definitely going to get a fantastic market going.
Let us through!
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
All done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Yeah, this is probably faster than running out there.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
As soon as they can
Fantastic
be.
news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me.
Yep.
And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right, I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though. If
No, you wouldn't have.
A Gotan 66. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside. A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
What do I get for my trouble? Besides the usual experience, you didn't even pay me. Ah, they get Gothland 66. I get blood. That seems like a fair trade. You get the good wine, I get blood. I have definitely earned my keep out of this one, apparently.
Porter for hire.
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
Went that way.
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Why am I not surprised?
Oh, like, what the heck was that about?
You'll hand over your coin for long
Stay down. finished.
Yep, that took a lot of effort. I got paid more for this than I did for the wine guy.
Are you hurt?
And yeah, I see ads are about to start. I'm not going to stop doing side quests for the ads.
More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped.
That's actually a cool touch.
Good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
He's passionate. I'll give him that. That's better.
Moment of your time, please.
Don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him. Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
They probably do.
Now, you've said quite enough already. I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you. Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
My glowy. Me. Random glowies pay me more than the wine dude does.
I think we've found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me.
Do you mind? That really didn't need that dramatic of a thing.
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
And are they not, Clive?
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them, and earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
That's probably true, actually.
I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
He tried to punch. Is that gonna open? Is it treasure? It's treasure! It's a sword? Straight up a sword? Straight up a stronger sword, apparently. That's neat. Continuing on our history lesson.
Not it. All right then. Who's first?
All of them are first.
Stay down.
You know, if I knew how to parry on command, Titan probably would be more useful, but I can't do that consistently to save my life.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory.
No, I'm not going to
As
make that
Moss
joke.
tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas,
This is a much more violent Tower of Babel.
to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
Time to go save him again. Self-preservation? What's that? We don't need a self-preserve here. I know what I said.
He's really got himself into trouble this time.
Dude, get out of my way! Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on, Scholar? No, that was a very bad fight. That was not a good fight. Sorry for stabbing you like 5 or 6 times because you were in the way.
It seems so. Once more I am in your debt. And once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now,
I mean, to be fair, I'm not personally complaining.
Whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
Or do. I don't care. If I have to save you again, just pay me more.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Listen.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
You know something I find kind of funny? So, I've almost caught up to where I was when I played last. If I go ahead and save over this one, I'm almost the same level. And I've done less here, because I'm pretty sure I did most of the hunts in the last time when I played the first time. It was a shop, so wasn't there?
What are you looking for?
I'm actually looking for potions, because I use a lot.
Many thanks.
Did you have to say it like that? That was weird.
Farewell.
Out of my sight, wretch. I know you.
Come on, come on!
So the more I've been thinking about it, the more I'm probably...
What I really want to be is a blacksmith.
You gonna do an apprenticeship or something then?
I will probably be stopping once I get to the map. As Aldous mentioned, I'm concerned about length of time and the fact that I don't want to feel like I'm having to rush what's coming. Because what's coming up is going to be the last as far as I've gone. Anything past there is new to me. And I don't want to necessarily rush into that.
Here you are, good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it!
Yes, I did.
Thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have. Miss L's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the Stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it, then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well, eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, We can meet up there.
Right.
Or anything goes wrong. I wonder if anything's going to go wrong.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts, and more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
He's not really wrong.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may.
I don't remember that conversation.
What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding.
But not my son.
Alas.
He's not pure breeding, apparently.
Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies.
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash.
Bahamut's generally not fire.
Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
Frankly, I will say, they have done a fantastic job of making Annabella as completely unlikable as they possibly could. There's basically almost no moment in this game you don't want to just punch her in the face.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
How exactly did this conversation happen without Annabella not finding out?
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. And this is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
As much as I wish I could trust the time to continue, I really don't feel comfortable risking it. So, I'm going to see if I can find someone to raid out into. I'm not sure who's streaming right now. It's earlier than I usually do. But when we continue, hopefully on Wednesday, we're going to have some fun. Like, this upcoming part, I've said this before, I'll say it again, this is the last part I've done. And frankly, it is a fantastic set piece. I cannot wait to actually go through it again on stream and actually be able to do it properly. The Hobbit Bowl. Yeah, that's a good summary of it. You know what? Just because I don't know when the last time I've had a chance to even see them streaming, I'm going to go ahead and raid into Lost Soul Keeper. They're currently doing Dark Souls 2. And I'm going to remember how to raid. And in regards to me, actually, like, between Eleni and I, we've had issues sleeping, and we tried to forcibly correct that over the weekend. I pressed the wrong button. That is not the copy. Hopefully, there we go. Hopefully, it's not going to stay being a problem. We will see when the time... Oh, that cannot be unmuted. So hopefully I'll be back on Wednesday to continue this. But with that, I will go ahead and raid out. Be sure to have a good one, everyone, and I will be back. I will attempt to be back on Wednesday for what's going to be great fun for me. Have a good one.